Hello everybody, this is Havoc. Welcome to a game mechanic of the Ancient Empires mod. Now the Ancient Empires mod, as you well know or you may not know, is a Total War Attila overhaul mod. This completely replaces everything within Total War Attila and brings it back to the Rome 2 era, kind of the beginning of the Roman Empire and a little bit before. I'm not sure exact dates of when it starts. But what you are seeing here is a game mechanic that has not been seen since Total War Shogun 2. It's a feature that no one knows why they got rid of. Then I don't think there was really any explanation for it. But what it is just simply the ability to be able to split your troops up. Starting in Rome 2, they made it to where you had to have a general to have an army, and you couldn't split up your troops and do anything with them. A lot of people were upset about this, but I can tell you that the Ancient Empires mod is bringing it back. This is very exciting news. For me, I think it's a very useful thing that they're bringing back. So essentially what it does is it changes it up a little bit. So you can't just straight up just break off individual units as you see fit. What you have to do is you essentially have to recruit a captain, which takes up one of those slots of units that you have in your army already, and at that point you can switch it up. Now there isn't really any details on this, whether or not, of course, this mod and especially this mechanic is a work in progress. So what's going to happen is we'll see more details in the future, but I'm going to kind of speculate just a little bit. And I know it's a long video just to speculate this one mechanic, but there's so much potential for it that I'm going to just ramble on. And I don't know if the video is looping at this point. I'm actually just recording my voice right now, but I watched the video and I see a lot of potential. So what they can do here, obviously your army upkeep will probably go up a little bit. It makes sense if you're splitting into more armies. If you're having more armies, that army upkeep is going to increase. Whether that should be on the huge incremental scale that Total War Attila has, I don't know. But there's lots of things that you can do with it. So that captain, I think, would be really kind of cool if that captain could stay a captain and use him. You had captains in Rome Total War. In all the other games, they were just captains. But what would be really cool, I think in Empire, that if he fought well enough, or in one of the other games, if you fought well enough, you could become a general. So I think it'd be really interesting to have generals at a certain level cap. If you recruit a general from your family tree, he starts out at a certain level, and that's just how he is, because he's leveled up to be a level, and maybe even in your family tree, you could have captains. Kind of a deal. So essentially what you're going to do is you're going to want to keep that captain, and if he has some good traits, if he has good abilities, then you keep him, you use him in battle, and he can eventually level up and then become a general himself. He's outside of your faction tree. He may not be outside of your faction tree, but I think that'd be that kind of brings in some Rome 2-esque kind of a deal where you could have someone outside of your political party or your family tree that could be useful. I mean, that would be a really cool mechanic I think you could bring into there. And so being able to level them up. Now, I think in order for them not to be overpowered and for you to not just spawn tons of captains, I think that, if he has a bodyguard, I don't think it should be that good. I think it might be like the unit of soldiers of like the lowest tier soldiers. I don't know. There's a lot of things that they can do with it, but I don't think a captain should be as strong as a general. Maybe he has less hit points, maybe he has less attack. He can't be the equivalent of a general because he has to level up to become a general. That's just something I think would be really cool. There's obviously lots of things you can do. Again, since he's a captain, he should have more upkeep than a regular unit, but shouldn't have as much as a general. I mean, there's just so many possibilities that they could do with this one game mechanic that hasn't been seen in so long. So I think that'd be really, really cool, and I think it's a cool game mechanic. Again, I'm dropping 5 minutes on something that seems so simple and so easy to explain, but I just want to speculate and really bring kind of that hype up to see how they bring it out in the future. So guys, leave your comments and leave your suggestions on what you think they could do with this one simple mechanic. I'm going to put a link of the official article that they've kind of explained it in the Total War Center forums. So I'm going to put that link in there. I'm going to put the link to the guy who did this. And yeah, just building up that hype, guys. Again, Something so simple, but has so much potential to change the game again. And then maybe CA will realize, hey, we should have kept that in there the whole time. So that's something just real quick I want to throw at you. Real quick is in 5 minutes. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook. Be on the lookout for more Ancient Empires gameplay or mechanics or things like that. I'm working close with the developers to really bring you some more intimate content, to really build some hype for this game, which will be out soon-ish, definitely by the end of the year. So you guys just keep an eye out. Other than that, this is Havoc, and I'm out of here. Peace!